Hi, it's Tara Green, and it is February 26th, so up on top there. February 26th, Mercury finally leaves its storm period on Saturday, the February 27th. So you can see actually both days in here today. So give you a little weekend preview then. So the moon's in Leo in conjuncting Pluto. That's in the wee hours. So again, that may appear in your dreams as some shadows or mystery figures, haunting you, the Nazis, the scaries, the hungry ghosts, and you can't quite see them and you're running away and your heart's beating really fast, that kind of thing. Very dramatic. And then the moon will square Mars in Taurus. That's again early in the morning. For people on the other side of the globe, that can be affecting the stock markets. The market's been going down. That could be a little bit of, again, heart pumping, heart stopping. That's my feeling about it, actually, intuitively. Now, the moon will be void, of course. Seems like it just sped through Leo. And then we'll enter Virgo. You can see there 12:07 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time there, and 9:07 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So Virgo moon time, we're being very practical, very fastidious, worrying, or we're ruled by our digestive systems, what we digest, what we can't digest. It's a good weekend to watch your diet because the moon will mainly be in Virgo all weekend until early Sunday morning. So down to work, very focused, detail-oriented, being of service. We're getting ready to have a big Virgo full moon, which I'm going to talk about. I'm doing a workshop actually on Saturday the 27th about that. So Virgo moon opposite Venus in Pisces. So this is a very practical, dreamy. Venus just entered Pisces, where she's kind of exalted. She's in her peak. She's very compassionate, very full of creativity. So this is a balance between work and creativity, between being very realistic and being very over the top romantically, head over heels, soulmate searching in love. So it's kind of a nice balance there, not to get too addicted to love or fall into a projection. Now, Virgo moon also inconjuncts Chiron and Aries. And again, these inconjuncts, this is in Pacific Standard Time, are where planets do not see each other. They're in different elements. The moon is in earthy Virgo. Chiron is in fiery Aries, and so they're not seeing eye to eye. So there may be something that's wounding you, like a thorn in your side. You can't quite tell what it is, or an itch that you can't scratch, something along that level. Those aspects will repeat, as you can see, on Saturday, the 27th, in Eastern Standard and Greenwich Mean Time. The moon trines Uranus and Taurus. Again, this can be a wild, crazy ride, especially Uranus and Taurus has pumped up the crypto market since it entered in 2018. I know it took a little while for them to get going, but Moon and Virgo is kind of bringing us all down to earth. It's time to, get the budgets in, pull back, save money. Could be a good time to buy if markets are low. But again, it's very chaotic and unexpected messages. Uranus and Taurus rules the throat. Your throat might be feeling a little bit off. And then the moon in conjunct Saturn and Aquarius. So a lot of inconjuncts today. This means that you can't quite put your finger on what's going on. You're feeling something's there. Something's happening here, but you don't know what it is. That great song by Bob Dylan. So again, moon and Virgo, kind of cautious, concerned with work, being of service. And yet there's this Saturn and Aquarius. Now Saturn also rules Aquarius. So even though Aquarius is supposed to be all about LGBTQ, open revolution, freedom fighting, Saturn still is kind of holding it down. It's more of an idealistic energy. And then I'm inviting you to come to my second full moon magic astrology workshop. So of course it's in Virgo, and there's quite strong energies going on in the full moon. So it's a virtual Zoom live meeting. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can sign up on my website at taratarot.com. It's $22. I've been getting different feedback about the past workshops. I do want to keep it community focused. For some of the women, it seemed to have been a bit too astrology focused. So I seem to have two levels, some people that are really interested in learning about astrology and those who just really want the ceremonial aspect. And I love both. So come and join me. I will be talking about all of the topics that we've been so much focused on for the last year. This is also the last full moon before the spring equinox in the Northern Hemisphere, and so it is a time of closure, which all full moons are anyway. It's a fulfillment. It's a time of releasing as the moon's energy peaks and then wanes down to the next new moon. So the moon in Virgo, again, repeating those quincunx to Chiron, trine to Uranus, quincunx to Saturn. Then there's the full moon there at 3:17 a.m. Again, this is Eastern Standard Time. The workshop I'm doing is later in the day, which is still fine. The full moon lasts for, about 2 days at least. So again, there's some heavy energies between Mars trining Pluto at this time. And so we were going to be feeling that energy very much so, the moon trining Pluto and Mars. So big grand Earth trine there, just leading up to the 28th, but still in effect on that full moon. So Virgo, everything Virgo, health, which we've been very concerned with for the last year, work, budgeting, also Virgo is all about being of service, and of course, like Prince Harry is just saying, anybody can be of service. Being at how are we at service, and also what we've been worrying about too much. How much of it is real? How much of it is projection? You got to remember that Virgo and Pisces are the counterbalancing, complementary opposites. So again, with the full moon in Virgo, the sun, of course, is in Pisces. So thinking about our fantasy versus reality, our community. In the tarot, the number 9, the Hermit, is the sign of Virgo. We've all been hermits, forced to be hermits for almost a year now. And so talking about all that in ceremony virtually is really important. I will bring in the aspects of the Hermit. There's always a guided meditation, which people seem to really love, my guided meditations. And talking a little bit about the astrology as well, and sharing. So the moon will then, in conjunct Mercury in Aquarius and Jupiter in Aquarius, is like a totally quincunxial or in conjunct weekend here. So again, if you're feeling out of sorts or things are a bit wonky, it is these in conjunct. So again, very practical. Moon in Virgo wants to take the tally, can't get a handle on these, quick thinking, out of the box, unconventional Aquarian energies there between Jupiter and Mercury. Again, Mercury is just leaving its shadow period, and so now things will begin to go direct. And then the moon opposes Neptune in Pisces, so we may be feeling very, very dreamy there with Neptune opposite the moon. It's a great night for doing any kind of visualization, meditation. That's really why I wanted to focus the full moon on this night. Intending lucid dreaming, magic carpet rides, magic mushrooms, sacred tantric yoga, lucid dreaming, creativity, getting out of your own ego's way and just letting the creativity pour through you, poetry, dance, whatever it is you want. All of that, okay? So please get in touch with me. I'm at tarottarot.com. Please subscribe to my blog here on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I am on Twitter a lot. I'm even on TikTok these days. Yes, and please come to my Virgo Full Moon workshop. They've been really wonderful. Come and experience it. It's only $22. Canadians can pay by e-transfer, to my email at taragreen@tarottarot.com or through something called Luma through my website in US dollars. Blessings to you. Hope to see you there.